Hello and welcome to this week's edition of On the Couch. I'm Jermaine Sullivan.
And I'm Emily DiPadova. Joining us today is Nathan Benson and Alex Brown from Rowan's only all-male a cappella group, Prophecy. Hey guys, thanks so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for having us.
So, how did you get the name Prophecy a cappella?
So Prophecy is a play on our mascot, the Profs. So we wanted to make sure we incorporate something from Rowan in our name, as well as the original word, prophecy, where it's pretty much you're giving a destiny, a prophecy, something that's to be told in the future. And we want to leave our legacy at Rowan for as long as we can and leave our prophecy.
Right. Now, this is just like my personal curiosity. Is there any misconceptions about what a cappella groups do ever since the rise of the Pitch Perfect movies?
I mean,
does anyone join the group thinking it's going to be one thing because of the way that they portray the movies, or is it pretty much the same thing?
I mean, there is the whole similar aspects, like the competition in the movie is a real life competition that we do called the ICCA's, the International Competition of Collegiate Acapella.
We were actually just there Saturday.
Yeah. And we managed to bring home an award for outstanding vocal percussion.
Ooh,
our boy Tim Katrina. But it's if people are expecting more of a very niche thing when it comes to doing acapella, it's not as niche as people probably think. It is a serious thing that each member practices their music. We rehearse 4 hours a week. We have 3 rehearsals on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. We do shows with other campuses around New Jersey and the tri-state area. And it's a fun time for all the members. We try to keep it very fun, energetic, try to have as much opportunities for everyone as much as possible. And it's just a nice experience.
Yeah, and as far as meeting your expectations, I mean, every group you find is going to be different, and so there will be some groups that'll be more like that classic image of an a cappella group that's perpetrated in the media, and then there are some groups that'll be different from that. Wildly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know that normal groups have altos, sopranos, baritones, and tenors, but being a more male group, do you all have altos and sopranos as well?
I
mean, in terms of range, we do have a few guys that are how do you do this? But in terms of the structure of parts in our all-male group, we usually separate it in tenor 1, the highest, tenor 2, baritone, and bass, the lowest part. Sometimes we'll even divide that even more, have tenor 3s or splits within the parts. So sometimes it can be as simple as just 4 different versions of a line, and then just everyone have their own line. So we can go from tenor 1, tenor 2, baritone, bass, to literally every different person that's singing something else, and it somehow still sounds great.
Yeah, there's that one spot in Saturday Night where all 9 of us are singing different parts, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Tenor 1, tenor 2, tenor 3, baritone, bass, and then the vocal percussionist. There's a trio with 2 harmonies on the solo.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It sounds it.
Yeah.
Now, kind of going off of what Jermaine just asked, what do you think what are some challenges that you guys face being an all-male group, not having that female vocal in there?
I think one thing that does makes us different, not necessarily in a bad way, but just in a noticeable way, is we're more lower range heavy. So when it comes to auditions and our members, we tend to have more bass and baritones than tenor 1s, which could be an issue in terms of balance. But we adjust with that with each song. We move people around as much as they can. So if people have a wide range where they can sing baritone one song and then tenor 2 or tenor 1 another song, we work with that and just work with the best we have at the time.
Yeah, and then of course when you actually have women in your group like sopranos and altos, I mean that extra higher range sitting on top is going to generally give you a much fuller sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, being someone who doesn't know much about a cappella singing, what does it take for a person to be more of a vocal percussionist, if you will?
Well, yeah. So I did vocal percussion on occasion for the group, and I mean, really, what it was for me was just listening and replicating. You know, like you would hear a sound that you like and go, oh, that's a cool sound. How can I recreate that? And then sometimes it's working one-on-one with someone else who does vocal percussion, and sometimes it's just hearing a sound and then going, okay, how do I make that sound?
Okay, so is that like similar to beatboxing or something like that?
The terms are interchangeable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Percussion and beatbox.
Okay, is that like in the line of like doo-wop as well? Like, because I know it's like harmonizing in a sense, but is that like similar at all?
Right, and like it's like I said, every group is different. Some will be more in that realm, and some will be less.
Yeah, there's groups that take more of a barbershop stance in their songs, and then there's groups that are very contemporary, very unique, take songs that sound one way and just make it completely new with their voices. And then there will be groups that just take songs and make it sound exactly the same, just no instruments. It's one of the great things about a cappella is each group is like very unique when it comes to their sound.
Okay. Now, have you both always been involved or interested in a cappella, or is this something new that has sort of sparked an interest when you got to college?
For me, my high school actually had a a cappella group that I
awesome.
did for all 4 years, and then halfway through they started doing the high school competition that they have, and at that point I got really invested in like doing a cappella, and I wanted to continue it in Rowan University. So luckily I had groups like Prophecy that would let me in with open arms.
Yeah, and in my case, I mean, I'm a theater kid. I've been singing all my life, and I've always also been really into like barbershop music, and then when I came here for orientation, they actually played one of Prophecy's music videos during the Title IX presentation, because the song was "Till It Happens to You" by Lady Gaga, which talks a lot about like sexual assault, and I saw this group and was like, good enough.
There you go.
Do any of you want to pursue singing professionally?
So my path I'm currently going down, I'm a music industry major, so I hope to either work for a label or manage like an artist. I don't see myself ever being like a full-time artist, because like, I can sing theater, I can sing choral. Not a lot of people care about that stuff, and I'm not like good at singing like more of the mainstream stuff. So I'm like, let me work behind the scenes.
Yeah, and then for me, again, I'm a theater major, so my ultimate goal is, yes, to sing professionally, but like in more of a
Like Broadway
stage
or
musical
something?
context. Yeah, but I would also like to point out that the two of us are outliers as far as actually like being involved in music at school, because like we're the only two in the group whose majors are even tangentially related to music.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like Ed's engineering, Tim's
Yes.
engineering,
Matt's political science.
JD and Tommy are both bio,
Yes.
and Zach is history.
Yeah.
Who are we forgetting?
I think that's...
Seth. Seth is
Seth.
English.
Yeah, so it's literally a whole bag of different majors
Yeah.
that all come together just to sing a cappella.
So really diverse. That's really great.
Yeah.
Now, since the time that you've been in the group, what growth have you seen in the group? How has it advanced?
Literally this whole year was one big advancement. So our music director, Tommy Choi, at the beginning of last semester, really decided to take a step and take the reins and make our group more professional in terms of our sound, in terms of our presence, in terms of how we look and all of that. Like he went in depth in a lot of stuff we never talked about, like the meanings of the songs, why this particular piece was made this way, how we can portray that not just in our voice but in our facial expressions, our movements and whatnot, and just so much that went into the group and just made us so much better than we've ever been. And he took us from okay to great and can even be better. And it's just so great. This whole year has been one big change, one big great change that it's
night and day.
I'm sure you guys will get to better very soon, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Well, when we come back, Jermaine and I are going to get the inside scoop on how to make music without instruments. So don't go away.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all Americans, because love has no labels.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Cinderella found the pet that fits her perfectly, and you can too. Share your heart, share your love. Make a shelter pet part of your world. Happily Ever After begins at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back to On the Couch. We have a video of Prophecy performing last Saturday, so let's check it out real quick. That was awesome. I was jamming during that.
Yeah.
So now you're going to teach us how to do that.
All right,
Right?
sure.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we can do something with the opening song with the Saturday Night. Yeah. So something that some a cappella groups do is they'll try to like actually replicate the sounds of the instruments with their voice. And so why don't you just have why don't we give you like the bass line? Okay. So boom 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 boom, and then back up. Okay.
Okay, so it's boom 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 boom.
Okay.
Boom 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 boom.
And then
boom,
we can give
boom.
you a simple vocal percussion beat. So just this. So this is the sound. Just a simple, just a T sound.
Don't forget Emily.
And so just make the sound, and then just let the air go through. Right. Yeah. Just like that. And so you're just
Good.
You're just gonna
Keep
do
going. Oh, we're speeding it up. Okay.
Yeah, you got a pattern. You got a pattern. Yeah.
Okay.
You got this. I believe in you.
All right.
Okay. I'm excited.
You want? Can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right,
And if,
guys,
and if
look,
you need
I'm
to take a
doing
breath,
it.
just
Just
cut
don't
one of-
breathe. Just don't.
Yeah,
Just don't
exactly.
breathe. Just pass
needs
out.
All right.
All right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Boom 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 boom
Bada boom,
boom
bada boom,
boom
bada boom,
boom
bada boom.
Driving in packs that I can't carry anymore. Been waiting on somebody else to carry me. Nobody's there for me. At my door, all the people I know on who they used to be. If I tried to change my life one more day, there would be nobody else to save. Oh, I can't change into a person I don't wanna be, so oh, it's Saturday night. Yeah.
Wow, that was really cool.
That was
That
actually
was
not bad.
really actually hard because like I'm trying to focus on my whole and then I have like all these other noises. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I need earplugs
Right.
so I can
Now-
focus on me.
Now you see why our beatboxer won an award.
Yeah.
Now, are there any other songs that we can switch up? Maybe Jermaine can try that.
Do you want to try Like I'm Gonna Lose You, maybe?
Yeah?
Nothing too complicated. I'm not there yet, guys. But you know.
Okay. You ever heard Like I'm Gonna Lose You, Meghan Trainor?
Yeah.
I have not, but I'm willing to
Okay.
try.
Yeah. So the beat for that was just like
It was very simple. It was like,
yeah, it was like a swing.
yeah.
You know, just something in that realm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that.
Good
but
luck,
when you were
Jermaine.
like,
You're gonna run out
yeah.
of breath really quick. I was sitting. I was like,
Yeah, when you first started, I was just like, okay, I got it, and then you started like changing
Yeah.
the rhythm.
Yeah.
I was like,
I just that's a song we haven't done in a while. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to, I don't do the VP for
I
that.
mean, you guys could just sing a song and we just wing it. I feel like
That works.
try to be your background.
yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So what do we want to do? Just for Like I'm Gonna Lose You.
You'll do the main line, and I'll just be like harmony.
I could beatbox.
Or bass line. Should one?
Yeah, I'll
one?
do bass line.
Okay. So we'll just give you a simple. So something else that a cappella groups do sometime is what's called pads, which is just you have a syllable like an ooh or an ah, and you just hold it out, and then you change.
Okay.
So let's see.
Oh gosh,
What?
that was difficult.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Hold on, wait.
I'm glad I got
You
that.
want to?
I'm glad I got that. Yeah, you can keep that, Emily.
I feel like you have to be a good singer to be able to do that one there.
Okay. So you want to try it?
We can just
Okay.
go for it, and
Okay.
we'll hope for the best. All right.
Yeah.
If I just silence, it's just I couldn't handle the pressure. But you guys just keep pushing through. The show must go on. All right.
All right.
All right. Let's see. So let's just give it a go, I guess.
Whatever happens, happens.
So I should start. It's like.
Yeah. Just the important thing is you just got the 1, 2. Yeah. Yeah, and if you want to add in the notes in between, feel free.
Come on, Emily.
Just a whisper of smoke. You could lose everything. The truth is that you never know. So I'll kiss you longer, baby. Every chance that I get. So I make the most of minutes and love with no regret.
really high there. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's really
Woo,
good.
that was rough, but we pushed through.
Yeah. We got there.
I think that we should create our own a cappella group, just us four.
Yeah, do it.
Sorry to the rest of the group, but they didn't make the cut. No,
Yeah.
they didn't make
Thank
it.
you so much today, Nathan and Alex, for coming in.
I had a blast.
Next up, we have Danny Marshall and Victoria Sorova in this week's Word on the Street, so don't go away.
Hey guys, the telethon this year is April 10th from 6 p.m. to
11 p.m.
11 p.m.
So we're gonna promote the S out of it by making sticky notes and sticking them all over the place.
Yes.
Starting
Like
here.
this.
Just like
Hey, the telethon's on April 10th. Don't forget, make sure you watch. April 10th. Dan, come on, we're
that.
losing.
Hey, I'm making more stickies.
Don't waste
Jeez,
time.
man, leave me alone. There's a full class in there. Hey, everybody, telethon's coming up. Make sure you watch, or else I'm going to kill you. All right, I did a good job promoting it to everybody.
Telethon, make sure to
Hey,
watch,
you.
okay?
All right.
April 10th. It
Good evening,
benefits.
Mountain, if I
It
may.
benefits
please.
My Brother Rocks the Spectrum.
Let's do that. You don't need to put two
Whoa,
in the same. Put one
April
right
10th.
there. Put one right there too. I'm gonna put one here. I'm gonna put one here.
All
Not
right,
gonna
ready,
spread
ready,
out.
ready?
Oh, there
Come
she
on.
goes.
There she goes. One here,
That is bizarre.
here.
No one's gonna know what that means. That's why I'm the promotional director, not her. Me.
It benefits a great cause. My brother rocks the
me.
spectrum.
I rock the spectrum.
My brother rocks the spectrum. Make sure
I
you
rock the
donate,
spectrum.
donate.
Ah,
April 10th. Tune in.
I rock. Probably got marked on
Yeah,
yourself.
my brother.
Yeah, you got marked on yourself. How much do you pledge to donate to the telethon?
$5. Hey. Or should it be more? All money counts. It could be more.
Is she serious? $5.
Are you gonna watch?
$5 a mile, maybe? Is that what you mean?
She's gonna watch as well.
And you can donate now.
No!
Whoa! But what's your channel? What channel?
I don't know.
Channel 5. Channel 5. Yes, Channel 5. Channel 5.
Channel 5.
Channel 5.
Channel 5.
I'm so tired of my phone. Newspaper, something new. Telethon. Watch. It's coming. Keep looking. My brother rocks the spectrum. Whoa. Hey, look, telethon, April 10th, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Whoa.
Channel 5.
Wow. Hey. Whoa.
I tried to make it look like fireworks,
Oh.
but it didn't.
That was planned.
I see it!
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
welcome back to On the Couch. Love Danny Menchaw and Victoria Todorova.
Absolutely.
And make sure you all watch the telethon April 10th and donate, donate, donate.
Donate.
Yes. Now, time for our Hot Topics. All right, so our first hot topic, Lori Loughlin, otherwise known as Aunt Becky, from Full House, was sent to jail after news broke that she paid the University of South Carolina $500,000 to get her daughters admitted to the school.
Yikes.
Which is really thrown the whole thing off. I know that her deal with Hallmark, she's been in like almost every single one of their movies, was completely cut. She's got, you know, any partnerships that she's had are just kind of like not great. She was along with, I think there was like 20-something other celebrity parents who were found. They paid colleges or college sports teams to get their children admitted into college or put onto these sports teams, and it's really backfiring on them.
Maybe they should have paid attention in class, and then it would have paid off.
There
But
you go.
Guess not, right? Guess not.
And kind of going along with that, her daughter Olivia Jade is a big YouTube star. And she has a ton of partnerships, a ton of ties with a bunch of different companies, but one of her biggest ones is her partnership with Sephora, which they have completely cut ties with her now, which kind of sucks because it was her mom's like wrongdoing and her mistake, but now she's really facing the backlash of it. I mean, her career is like, or any career that she was sort of starting to make is just kind of like gone downhill, which is a shame. But
I hope she bounces back from that. That's really tough
I mean,
for her.
this, my friends, is why we just work for what we want and don't pay people to do it for us.
Yeah, don't pay people, but if you're going to, pay attention.
There
That's
you
all
go.
you gotta do. Just pay attention. Next we have the Instagram outage.
Yes.
So I think it was yesterday that was happening. I was just going down Instagram and it just wasn't loading. I was just like, ugh, it's Sprint again. But no, I went on Twitter and there it is. Everybody was like, Instagram's broken, Instagram's broken, Instagram's broken.
Yeah, see, I had no idea. I was so busy and like so wrapped up in everything else yesterday. I wasn't even on Instagram until later. And I was sitting there, I'm like, why the heck won't this load? And I thought, oh my God, my internet. So I turned off my internet. So it was just LTE and it still wasn't working. I'm like, what is going on? And then my sister's like, Emily, is your Instagram like my Instagram? And it was like for hours. I was like, what is going on? I thought it needed an update. So I went into the App Store, I updated it. Still wasn't working. I just gave up. So, but at least they fixed it. They had a ton of people freaking out about that.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I just wish like they would have notified us longer because it was like, oh, is it just my phone? Is it somebody else's? Is it my service provider?
Yeah, you would think they would have released some sort of statement just letting people know, hey, your phone's not broken. Don't go buy a new one. It's us. We messed up.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes. But that is all that we have today.
That's all we have today. I'm Jermaine Sullivan.
And I'm Emily DiPadova. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week on The Couch. All right.
All right.
He didn't change.